This story comes to us from NBCMiami.com. A chaotic video shows a struggle between a man and police at his home in Miami Gardens. An incident that ended in a controversial arrest, family members say, happened due to a case of, guess what? Mistaken identity.
Officers attempting to arrest a man in Miami Gardens early Friday morning, now being questioned if they even got the right guy.
They've been doing that for so long and they're still getting away with it.
This woman, who asked only to go by Martha, is the mother of John Kelly St. Rillis, the man who was arrested.
Duperat said one of the officers injured his hand in the confrontation at the front gate. The video showed the officer inspecting his hand covered in blood. Duperat insisted the incident was a case of mistaken identity. She said even though they got the wrong person, they feel like because the officer got hurt, they got to take him away. Now, after the incident, said police took her son, 24-year-old John Kelly, into custody. She said it's not fair. They need to make some changes because it can't be happening.
We're told they saw St. Rillis, who they believed to be a suspect, and chased him. But the 23-year-old ran inside the house, slamming the iron door behind him, crushing an officer's finger, and leaving a bloody mess behind. Eventually, he was taken into custody, but Martha says her surveillance cameras prove it couldn't have been her son that committed that burglary.
Miami Gardens police said they spotted a man who matched the description of a wanted burglary suspect. They always say, you match the description. Well, we know what happened in San Antonio when they said that. You match a description of this guy involved in domestic violence, as they stopped this bald guy with a beard and force him into the police car. And then they show the picture of the suspect. He's a clean-shaven dude with an afro on his head. Cops, he got the hair in the wrong place. But they'll do that so they can get somebody. And so we solved the case. No, you didn't. Bunch of idiots. I digress. But they say they spotted this man who matched the description of a wanted burglary suspect. Now, the suspect had entered another home, but had been held at gunpoint. The suspect fled on foot, but was found by a police sergeant and pursued to the home on Northwest 180th Terrace. Police statement says the subject slammed the door on the sergeant's thumb. The subject subsequently came out and was placed in custody. Police have not provided the exact time of the attempted burglary. Kelly's family said video they provided to NBC6 proves he's innocent. About 30 minutes before the police show up to the door, he's seen talking on the phone and going in and out of the house. Minutes later, Kelly runs inside, slamming the door before the police demand he come out.
Well, how can he be at two places at once? That's my son. That is my son walking out. Up, back and forth in the phone.
Martha's surveillance videos begin at 1:44 a.m. You can see and hear her son in front of the house on the phone, and then in this clip at 1:49 a.m., you see St. Rillis still pacing back and forth on the driveway while talking on the phone and walking back inside. Then at 2:11, he comes back outside, and you can hear him still talking with a woman on the phone, and then from another angle, you see the officers pull up at 2:19. Clearly, St. Rillis doesn't even realize they're coming for him.
Because they don't have nothing. Nothing. So now they're paying him for battery an officer, this and this and this and this, because they didn't find the right person.
Miami Gardens police say that officer is in surgery. We'll keep you posted on his condition as soon as we get any updates.
Duperat claims police brought the attempted burglary victim to the scene to look at her son and claims the victim said he's not responsible. But the victim claims, said they put him outside, they turn on the light so they see his face. So I guess the person said that wasn't him. And then he said something to the officer. The officers that was in the car say something to the other officer. And the officer told the other one, that's a negative. Kelly was in jail on charges of aggravated battery and resisting an officer with violence. However, he has not been charged in the burglary that sparked this scuffle. A search of Miami-Dade records revealed previous charges of aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer and weed possession. Family members said Kelly will be bonding out and they will be consulting an attorney. Miami Gardens police said they are aware of the claims of mistaken identity, and the injured sergeant was taken to a local hospital for treatment. So let's sum this up really quick. You get the cops, they come up, there's the guy, and the guy's out there on his phone like, well, what the hell's going on? He sees the cops coming at him, he runs in the house, he don't know what's going on. He thinks maybe it has something to do with that weed possession maybe or whatever. But they finally get him to come out. One cop gets injured in the mistaken identity, trying to break into their home probably. And they bring the victim up there. No, that's not him. Negative. So they arrest him for defending himself against what initially is really a battery by the police. Because he was an innocent guy. You can't just go around grabbing people and go, you're the guy. Now, if I do that, I get arrested. If the cops do that, well, it's part of their job. What, to violate people's Fourth Amendment rights and say, hey, man, it's part of the job. This really burns me up, man. Because there's an innocent guy on the phone, ends up getting charged for battery on a peace officer who really, if you want to know the truth, committed battery on him because he was an innocent guy. He didn't do anything wrong, and the cops just grabbed him. Tried to get into his home. He wasn't even the guy. Tell you what, you think you're free in America? Watch some of my editorials and then make your decision.